Welcome to Poetry Changes Lives, my book of poetry, history and a thought for the day. You can get it at bookshops or on Amazon if you want to. Well, on this day in 1841, the French artist Pierre-Auguste Renoir was born in Limoges. And of course, Renoir started life as a painter on porcelain at the famous Limoges porcelain factories. He only moved to Paris aged 21 to study art. He used to go to the Louvre and see all those wonderful French artists slightly earlier than him, people like Courbet and Delacroix, wonderful figurative painters. Well, Renoir first struggled for success as a painter, and, along with his friends Monet, Sisley, Pissarro, who all eventually formed the Impressionist movement that was so powerful and changed so much in art. Renoir eventually gained recognition, became a very popular society painter. A lot of his beautiful paintings of ladies and Paris in its heyday, really, the end of the 19th century. He went on painting up to almost his death, age 78. He was so crippled by arthritis, his assistants would have to place the brush into his hands until he gripped it. He used to go to the Louvre to see his paintings hanging alongside the old masters, and that made him very proud, of course. Well, great art of any kind can inspire great poetry. Keats, I particularly love the way he was inspired by Chapman's translation of Homer, of course the father of all poetry, Western poetry anyway. Keats wrote this wonderful sonnet on first looking into Chapman's Homer, which has some wonderful imagery in it. See what you think of this. Much have I travelled in the realms of gold, and many goodly states and kingdoms seen. Round many western islands have I been, which bards in fealty to Apollo hold. Oft of one wide expanse had I been told that deep-browed Homer ruled as his domain. That deep-browed Homer ruled as his domain. Yet did I never breathe its pure serene, till I heard Chapman speak out loud and bold. Then felt I like some watcher of the skies, when a new planet swims into his ken, or like stout Cortez, when, with eagle eye, he stared at the Pacific and all his men, looked at each other with wild surmise, silent upon a peak in Darien. Isn't that a wonderful image of stout Cortez standing with eagle eyes, staring at the Pacific, and all his men looked at each other with wild surmise, silent upon a peak in Darien. I love that. Today I'm so grateful for the beauty that is brought into the world through art of all kinds. Thank you for listening today.